Welcome back, beautiful people. I know I look a hot mess, and there's a reason for that. It's a very good, it's a very good reason for that. First of all, it's nighttime. Usually, I do my videos first thing in the morning. So it's nighttime. I've just gotten out of the shower. My hair is wet, and honestly, I feel like boo boo. So I'm gonna do a video hopefully in the morning when I look better about what the process is, where I'm at in the process for going to work in Tanzania. But right now, this video is all about perimenopause. I've done some videos about how great it was to turn 40, and so today is like December 8th or something, 2020, and January 16th I'll be 42. And this is my first irregular period. So I'm at HSP. I'm a highly sensitive person, so all sorts of stuff throws my period off. Traveling, if I start a new exercise program, if I start a new diet, if I'm seeing somebody new, no kidding, my system is very sensitive. Anything can throw me off. Usually it's only a day or two off. This time I was a whole 4 days off. And in the process leading up to this, so in the last couple of months, it's very unusual. In the last couple of months, I've had a lot of yeast infections. So I would say in the last 3 months, I've had at least 3, which is really unusual. Since I've been back in the country, since I've been back in the United States, 4 or 5. So I've been back in the United States since March. So really unusual to have so many yeast infections back to back. And this month coming up to this period, this month coming up to this menstrual cycle, I thought that I had gotten another yeast infection. I was feeling kind of itchy and burny, stuff you don't really want to hear about, and dry, which was really scary because 40 was like a sexual revolution for my body. I was like, yes. And now I'm like, no. And why am I doing this video? I recognize that there are men subscribers to the channel, but the thing is, right, because women feel ashamed to talk about this, men have no idea what to say when women mention it. I told a mentor of mine, he was like, oh, what's going on with you? And I was like, perimenopause. And he's like, ugh. So I think that we should talk about it more. And damn, it's not, I mean, it's like even talking about our period is like shameful. And it's not something that we should have to be ashamed about. Like, men don't have to be ashamed for losing their hair, although they are. And I don't feel like there's anything to be ashamed of. I mean, we're not saying we're sleeping around or anything. We're saying our bodies are changing, and it's a perfectly natural change. What could be a little freakish is to be so young and to have it happen. I did have a mentor tell me one time that Latina women tend to menopause earlier. And if I have Latina blood in because I don't know who my ancestors are, it's potential that I would start menopausing early. So it's not actually menopause, it's perimenopause. What's the difference between perimenopause and menopause? Supposedly postmenopausal, you don't have any more symptoms, only urinary tract symptoms. So you don't have your period anymore. Menopause is when you're still having the symptoms, but you don't have your period anymore. And perimenopause is when you are having symptoms and you are having irregular periods. So welcome, Kamina, to perimenopause. I've been feeling crazy, scary kind of crazy, really sad, emotional. And now, granted, this is my first winter in almost a decade, so the change in weather, it's a severe change in weather too. It's very cold here suddenly, and the last few winters in the United States have been very mild, lucky me. So it very suddenly got very cold. The sun is very elusive, and it's too cold for me anyways to go outside to get the sun. So I was assuming that it had something to do with that, and it probably does. Holidays, Thanksgiving was a little bit harder than I thought it was, but again, mood may be connected to, a lot of my mood may be connected to this perimenopause. So I was feeling really weepy, lonely, and it's not even really the symptoms. It was really more the isolation, feeling lonely, feeling like nobody understood. I told I have two female acquaintances that are a bit older than me, and that I told. One laughed, and the other one starts telling me I need to go to the doctor. I need to get my buzz. Now, mind you, I don't have insurance, and I'm not about working in the system, anybody's system. So I'm not. Oh, you need to do. I'm not working the system. I know I need to get to a doctor, and it will happen. So yeah. So it's not as much about the system, the symptoms, as it is about the lonely feeling, the feeling of isolation, and also suddenly just feeling old. I hadn't. Yes, I noticed my body was changing, but my body is really, really changing now, and I feel, and it's been very emotional, and so I just what I want to share with you is what has been working for me. So I downloaded a application. Um, I can't promise that I'll remember to put the name on here. I'm really bad about remembering that. So I downloaded like a menopause application, and it actually diagnosed the perimenopause, because it'll diagnose you as perimenopausal or postmenopausal. It took my symptoms, and it actually has some meditation and some mindfulness. It's got pelvic exercises and all kinds of alarms worked into my personal plan. It gave me a personal plan, has alarms built into the system to remind me to do my exercises and my meditation and all the stuff that I know that I need to do, but I'm having a hard time focusing, which is also a symptom of perimenopause, having a hard time focusing. So again, having a hard time focusing. So what's working for me? I reached out to someone who is a coach like me, to just get some support. She's an INFJ and a coach, and she's just amazing. So I reached out to her. She's postmenopausal, and I think we're about the same age. She might be a year or two older than me, but she's postmenopausal. She did have a hysterectomy, a partial hysterectomy, and has always been in physical pain, but she's a tough cookie as well, and pursues what works for her. So reaching out to someone, two or three people that are really good and compassionate and kind, that I can talk to, that just kind of love on me and not judge me and tell me what I should be doing. I downloaded the application, which makes me feel good to know that I'm being proactive, that I'm doing something for myself. Because I'm just working as a temp right now while I'm in the United States, I don't have a lot of funny money, and I'm really concerned that this contract that I'm working is going to end at the end of December. So I'm not going to buy a lot of vitamin supplements. I was going to make some kombucha. My stomach feels really weird here lately, so I think some probiotics for my tummy would be good, but the natural stuff from kombucha. So later. Later, I'm gonna begin where I'm at. My next grocery order, I will do some more fruits and vegetables within reason. Changing my diet too drastically always hurts me worse than it helps me, because I'm very, very sensitive in that sense. So anyways, this is a short video, because I just needed to talk. I just needed to get that out there. I just want you to know, if you're going through this and you're very young, you're not alone. You're not alone. I'm going to join. My friend also sent me, my friend who's also a coach sent me a link to a group. So there's a group, that of women that are going through it as well. I'd rather be in a group specifically for perimenopause, so I'll probably look for that. But if you're going through this, just know that you're not alone. If you don't have people around you that you love and you trust, then you can always reach out to a group. You can always reach out to me in one of my groups, or right here. I'm always happy to talk to you about it. It sucks, but this too shall pass. Hallelujah. It sucks. It does. It sucks, but it's part of life. It's your female rite of passage, just like getting your period. I mean, hey, look at it like this. When it's all said and done, at least that's not going to be there anymore. So, I love you. Big air hugs. I love you. If you're going through this right now, really, like, we'll band together. It's going to be okay. Embrace your womanhood. It's part of your womanhood. Just embrace it. Get the application to help you build your arsenal and help you keep track of your plan. If you've got that fuzzy brain, you know, pregnant women get the pregnancy brain. There's definitely a menopause brain. So just know that you're not alone. Be proactive. Do not give in to the depression. Don't do it. Until next time, wishing you love, light, peace, and joy. Kamina the Koach, I'm out.